All right, today we are going to dive into something that a ton of people wonder about, but, don't really talk about. It's a completely normal thing about our bodies, and honestly, it deserves a really clear, straightforward explanation.
So let's just put it right out there. If you've ever had that moment where you look down and wonder, wait, is this normal or am I the only one? Let me just tell you, the answer is yes. It is completely 100% normal. So in this explainer, we're going to break down the science of exactly why that is.
Okay, so to really understand what's going on, we have to start at the very beginning, with the pigment that gives our skin its color in the first place.
The key player in this whole story is something called melanin. Just think of it as the natural paint your body uses. The amount and the type of melanin you have is what decides the color of your hair, your eyes, and, of course, your skin.
And this really gets right to the heart of the question. Your body, it doesn't just spread melanin out evenly like a coat of paint. Nope. Some areas are just designed from the get-go to have more of it, and the genital region is one of those spots.
And this is so important to get. This has absolutely nothing to do with your overall skin tone. It doesn't matter if you have super fair skin or very dark skin. This is a universal human thing. It's just part of our basic anatomy for everybody.
But it's not just about the starting point. Our body's chemical messengers, our hormones, they jump into the picture and play a massive role throughout our lives. Two of the biggest actors in this drama are estrogen and testosterone. You can kind of think of them as little messengers that go to the cells that make melanin and basically tell them, hey, kick production into a higher gear. So naturally, when the levels of these hormones change, the pigmentation in certain areas can change right along with them.
And we can actually see this happen at different stages of life. During puberty, all those hormonal surges really kickstart that darkening process. Then later on, big life events like pregnancy can cause even more darkening. And honestly, even just throughout adulthood, natural hormone shifts keep having an effect. It's not a one-and-done thing. It's a lifelong process.
So we've got a higher baseline of melanin, and we have hormones acting like an accelerator. But there's a third piece to this puzzle. Simple, everyday friction.
I mean, just think about it for a second. That part of the body deals with a lot of friction. There's the constant, natural movement of our bodies causing skin to rub against skin. There's the pressure from our clothes, especially if they're a little tight. And then you've just got the presence of sweat and moisture. All of that stuff creates friction.
So, how does our skin react to all of this? Well, it basically interprets that constant rubbing as a kind of mild stress. And its protective response is to, you guessed it, make more melanin. It's the body's way of building up a slightly tougher, more pigmented layer to protect itself.
Okay, so let's pull all these different threads together. What we're seeing is that this isn't just one single thing, but a whole combination of things that basically create a natural, unique map on our bodies.
And this actually goes way beyond just color. The skin in this area is fundamentally, biologically different. It's just not built the same as the skin on, say, your arm or your back.
For one, the skin there is thinner, which can make the blood vessels underneath a bit more visible. It also has a way higher concentration of oil and sweat glands. All these unique little features add up to its very distinct appearance.
And once you start thinking about it, you realize this isn't an isolated thing at all. Our bodies are full of these natural variations. I mean, think about it. Your lips are a different shade than your cheeks. Your nipples are usually darker than the skin around them. Same with your armpits. It's totally normal.
Which brings us to the big, crucial takeaway. The whole idea of having one single, uniform skin tone all over your body, it's a myth. That is just not how human bodies are built. We're more like living mosaics, made up of all these different shades and textures.
And that, right there, is the final answer to that big question we started with. This color difference isn't weird, it's not strange, it's not something to worry about. It is a fundamental, predictable, and totally normal part of being human, shaped by our own personal blueprint of melanin, hormones, and just life.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Instead of ever worrying about these differences, what if we started seeing them for what they really are? Not as a uniform canvas, but as a living, breathing map that tells the story of our unique biology, our life stages, and our own personal journey. Pretty amazing when you think about it that way, isn't it?